So I'm sorry to say, the last time I streamed here, it crashed. It was a Streamlabs desktop, and well, our first try didn't go as intended. I had a crash referencing the GPU. Said it had a timeout. It didn't respond for like 5 seconds. That never happened to me before. Certainly didn't happen with a regular OBS. So I'm not certain if I will stick to Streamlabs desktop so far. I'll try it one more time now. Didn't change much, to be honest. I disabled some useless features in Streamlabs desktop. It certainly looks a bit bloated to me. On the other hand, well, it might be very intuitive in some regard, but I'm not sure what to use there. Well, might have to do with my old hardware too. So at some point I may want to upgrade that, but on the other hand, well, you know, buying hardware is expensive. So last time we left off, before we were interrupted rather abruptly, we had a look at an additional player and tried to assign him, a 30-year-old actually, as an addition to the squad for his personality mostly. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to waste that much money on him, but we may be able to reduce his wage with time. And I think he should be around for mentoring purposes and maybe even as a squad staff member later on, even though he considers himself a director of football so far. With these attributes, that's not a good idea. Coaching wise, not much better, but maybe at some point. That's that. Okay. So we'll have to wait and see if he agrees to that contract, and well, how he will perform, if we will adapt to the club mentality. But on the other hand, we're trying to get him in to change the mentality of the club, to change general personality. And most importantly, to in this case, to change the personality of our attacking midfielders, the inverted wingers on the right side. Yeah, that's the goal anyway. By the way, if this stream crashes once again, I will probably go back to OBS. I spent like 4 hours, or 3, I'm not sure, today configuring Streamlabs for desktop, so we can have some I don't know how they are called, additional sources. Well, an alert box and stuff, you know. So we can see if there's a new follower on that thing, which was highly annoying to me anyway, because I like to communicate with people in case there's someone coming in or something. That's fine. I don't want to prey on everyone lurking the stream. That's okay. But on the other hand, I like to see if someone's following, and I like to thank those people. Because I'm genuinely thankful. So I will need to fund a setup for that stuff. On the other hand, I don't want to waste too much time on these things. So at least we now have a follower count down there. Well. Okay. So Tilander actually improved a lot, at least according to my stuff. A training rating of 9 is good. which speaks for a load of match experience and a lack of overall training. So we can be glad that there's an amount of overall training now. We'll see later on how much each of these players improves. Now we have a lot to go through, scouting wise. Okay. So Zetterberg, we already looked at a lot. And I still think we can't afford him. That's just the way it is. Fine otherwise, but no. Well, he's decent otherwise, but I don't want to pay him that much. Karl Auberg is a striker. Not the kind of striker we need. Right-footed, so not an option for the right wing for us. Don't want him. We've got a good keeper. This guy is not good. He really isn't good. For my taste. Command of area isn't great. Communication isn't great. Throwing is not that important. But anticipation isn't great either. So let's get rid of him. Well, I'm not interested. This guy. A Norwegian. Well, that looks interesting, yes. Estimated wage is a bit high. But he might be way better. Well, he certainly comes with a lot of plaudits, but that's weird. Okay, so he's more or less average. His stamina is real good, though. But that's not strictly needed for the role he's destined to play here. The wage requirement too. Not sure if we want to sign him. So probably not. Yeah. Jakob Stenson could be a solid right back. Don't like this personality. We've got two right backs who are not, not at that amount of skill yet, but wage-wise I don't want to sign him. Joel Miller. Funnily enough, he looks way better than the last guy, attribute-wise, even though his star rating is bad. So, not sure. We've got enough keepers. But you certainly want to keep an eye on. An attacking midfielder. That doesn't look too bad, but in our formation he would need to play shadow striker. His finishing is crap, so no. I'm not gonna do that. What do we have here? Central defender. Well, the jumping reach is great. That's clear. And these mental stats, well, the composure isn't. So, I don't know. We probably don't need him. Same for this guy, unambitious. I don't want to deal with this one, not at all. Estimated wage is too high for my taste, same here. I don't even want to look at these. This one, again, we've got a good keeper and a good backup. I don't see any use in going for a deal here. Neither with these. Who are you? Not better than the two we have, so nope. This one could be a lone target. I mean, he might develop a bit better, but starting stats aren't that interesting. A winger. Right-footed winger, which is fine. For us, we need an inverted winger here. We need him to play this. And mentally, that's not good. Acceleration and pace are also somewhat okay, but I don't think we need that guy. So no, maybe next season though. He can tend to be fickle. Fickle is actually not that horrible personality. So he's rated 5-star for some reason. And now all of a sudden he's not rated 5-star. That might be the difference between the opinion of the scout and the opinion of my own staff. He does not dive into tackles. With his aggression, probably diving into tackles would be a good idea. And this stuff, it's really expensive for my taste. So even if we can get him for free with that personality, I don't want to introduce him into the squad. No. This guy has asking price well below market value, well 0. And basically no wage requirements. At least that's what the report says. Played 1 game this season. Doesn't go anywhere. Balanced personality though. He's already 24. Let's compare him to somebody we already know. To Mr. Al Holstrom. And now we have to say that, well, we won the last game. Let me show you in a second. But I want to finish that thought here. And welcome, Bisma, by the way. Hope you had a nice week. And, well, it's weekend now, right? Finally. What was I going on about? Right, strikers. I want to compare him to Kulafic. Name escaped me for a second. Here. In this case, I'm not sure, it's a wash. Technically speaking, here, this guy Sebastian Bergman Bestal is better. But mentally, Kulafic is better. Kulafic has better personality, he's on a similar wage, he's on a long-term contract. I don't think we need to get this one. Considering league performance, let me just show you. The last stream has been interrupted by technical problems, Gizmo. So if you ever get to have a look at it, it finishes all of a sudden. That might happen to this one too. So I apologize in advance. It's probably something to do with Streamlabs. I'm not used to this program, and well, the driver just stopped responding at some point. I might go back to OBS. But league performance, that's what you were asking about. We won the last game. We won it 5-2, and the game prior to that 5-1. So especially considering that Dalkurd are number 1 in the league, that was a really, really great performance. Yeah, so I'm happy with the league form so far. Not happy with the 3 losses we had to, but overall we're actually pushing for promotion here. It's not perfect, and I still don't think it's realistic. But on the other hand, well, a point's a point. Also, 9 points until non-relegation. Yeah. Hope that answers that. On other news, the changes in training seem to pay off. it's not exclusively match training these days. They do some overall training, and the experience finally gets distributed, so the players actually progress a little bit. Football Manager sometimes is a bit hard on my hardware too. Maybe that's part of the problem. I don't know. So, any news from your side, Gizmo? Anything new? I don't know. How are you doing? That's the guy we just had a look at. He's fairly susceptible to injuries too. That's part of the problem, so no. There's a scouting update. That's a winger. Right-footed. Pace and acceleration are fine. For an inverted winger, that's not really suitable. So let's acknowledge that. Far too expensive. Marin Hugota. Is he by any chance related to... He's the brother of Branimir Hugota. Well... that would have been the day. Well, today I learned that Branimir Hugota has a brother. But he's much older, right? How old is Hugota? Where is it? He's 31, yeah. And the other one is 19? 12 years. Interesting. Do we want to sign him? Imbalanced personality isn't great though. And we'd probably use him for AML. I'd put him on shortlist. Maybe he gets off contract. Just for the name. Maybe he can bring his brother in. Low level of determination, not interested. This guy is balanced. Not the type of striker we're looking for. Don't need a center back, especially not this one. Well, this guy certainly looks like he could play the left wing back for us going forward, but technically, mentally, physicals are great. Well, okay. He's fast. Let's put it that way. He's really weak though. So for a defender, I don't know. I have my concerns. De Pierre Ilunga. What are you? Potential loan target. Possible loan target. Whatever. Yeah, sure, but no. The positioning is real bad. So, would need to play on support here. The concentration wise, it's not good. I don't know. Not convinced. That's an end of contract signing, possibly. Not that much better than ours, not that much worse. Yeah, sure. Let's shortlist him. Have a look at him later on. Too expensive. What about this guy? Too expensive too. Bah. Also stat-wise, definitely nobody we want to sign. This guy is susceptible to injuries and too expensive, same as this one, this one, this one. And who are you? You are not good enough. So that answers that. Finally, we got through those. So after a 5-1 and a 5-2, next game can only get, well, it can get better, but I expect it to get worse. But it's a away game, so we can continue to turtle. So one thing I noticed right now is Streamlabs seems to be lagging whenever Football Manager is getting some load. Let me know if this also occurs on the stream. That's I don't know. That's really weird. OBS never did that. We should probably have a look at Smetby, or how they're pronounced. He's studying for coaching qualifications too. Okay, I think a lot of our staff is studying for qualifications right now. It's funny. We really dumped wages for the staff, and now look at this. We're not even the worst here in this league. Okay, physio-wise maybe, but for our staff, we're basically paying them nothing. Even to that guy. Not sure why we keep him around. Ah, he's in secondary role, goalkeeping coach. Well, he's got good mentals. What am I going to do? Yeah, that's why we keep the physio around 9 euros per week. That's great. Well, who was the guy who was studying for qualification? Hendrik de Gurnes. Hendrik de Gurnes, who are you? The U19th manager. For 15 euro per week? Sure. Of course I'm gonna keep you around. So he's bound till 2025. We got a contract extension after promotion. Do we want to extend this contract? Firing him is really cheap. if we get someone else. And we want to extend the contract before he finishes his other license. He will get more expensive afterwards. Let's have a look. It's wonderful. Great. Let's give him a contract extension after promotion because we can. A long-term contract, sure. And a solid relegation wage drop of 50%. And he's happy with that. He's not in it for the money, that's for sure. How are you doing? Also studying for a license, so he might get a bit better. Also a Norwegian. So let's extend his contract too. 10 per month. What does he earn now? 10. Well, I'll gladly go with 8. Not a problem. Nine? Maybe 9. Well, maybe not. Okay, we'll go with 10. If he insists. Fine. This one, I'm not sure if we want to extend the contract. He's a professional, but you see, scout is crap. But to find a scout that is willing to work for us for these wages, it's borderline impossible. We basically try to hunt the trash throughout amateur or other clubs that somehow manage to get a deal done with these people. I'm really interested if we can get the squad personality turned around too. Right now it is club info. It's already fairly professional. We don't see much of that so far. So these are still under heavy load. For some reason. Ah, sorry. I gotta go for a second. I hear the washing machine beeping all the time. It's really annoying. I'll be back. Cool. It was way faster. Looks like my girlfriend still exists and she will deal with it. Okay, so I'm back. Yeah. It's great to see that these players finally start to develop. So it was our own fault, or it was mine. This is wonderful. Maybe the heavy match load gets reduced and if we skip to the next day. It's a lot of players that are shortlisted that are nearing the end of their contract. And now it's 6 months to go. Well, I would certainly not be opposed to signing Bob again. The physicals are just really good, even though the rest is lacking. But even maybe he might decline at some point physically. On the other hand, he's 22 right now, and we can approach to sign him at the end of his contract. He already played with this club, so no adaptation problems there. 17 appearances, 13 goals. He certainly did his job. He didn't play much for his current club, even if they are destined to go up. Average rating is okay. He can play this league and we can play him here as a winger. It's not perfect, but he's better than Skillermo and the other one. So let's have a look at his contract demands. His contract demands are that he has absolutely no interest in entering into contract negotiations with me. That's too bad. He doesn't have a favorite personnel either. Okay. So, he doesn't like us. This guy I'm also interested in as a long-term alternative to Stolt and the other one. Because physically he's good. And well, technically and mentally he's not great, but he's not bad either. There's Farah. I'm stupid. This is the one we want to compare him to. Yeah, I've been here, right? So, speed, physical, defensively speaking, this guy's better. Even on an aerial basis, that's fine. Technically, attacking, well, he's just a defensive guy of wingback. So he might do, and now he's basically for free. We can sign him. So Stolt is 27, 28 now. Where is he? Where's Stolt? There he is. Let's compare him to this one. So Stolt won't get any better anytime soon. I don't think so. Not at this age. I mean, he can improve for 2 or 3 years maybe, but yeah. This one, on the other hand, might sign as a hot prospect or something, but even as a regular starter, it's probably a good idea. Yeah. Squad player, end of contract, I'm fine with that. Can we get you? Squad player is okay. We might try breakthrough prospect here. Okay. It's too low, yeah. Go with squad player. And that's a fine wage. I'm happy to accept that. That's okay. Oh. They will pay part of it for the duration of the contract? Why is that? I have no idea why that is. Well, fine. So let's dump this a bit. We're not doing that, we're not doing that. Any of you got an idea where the selling team wage contribution comes from? It's weird. Yeah, let's do it for another year. Might have to do something with the league rules or stuff, I'm not sure about that. And for good measure. Okay, he only wants a 1-year contract. Well, you can have that. But I want my options. He insists on the 25. Come on, go with 20. I'll pay you 75 right now. Ah, well, now he goes down. Okay. Are we going to risk it? Sure, why not? Let's go for 100 here. No. Okay, but anyway. He's on a short list. We'll try again in a month. That's fine. And we need someone who is solid from a defensive perspective. Central defender. He's not strong enough, and honestly, we have better ones. Marking, positioning, and decisions are great though. So he might have a few more interceptions. Dull in here. I don't think I'm interested. None of these has good personality. He's fairly pro. The 17 jumping reach is certainly great. On the other hand, he's 28. Faster Heinge IF, wherever that is. Also in Sweden. Okay. But he's really, really slow. That's a problem. For personality-wise, I would love to have him around, but he's really slow. Can we sign this guy as a mentor only? Not as a squad player, as an emergency backup, exactly. Maybe not even pay him much. Yeah, sorry man. Fringe player it is. Or not. So he won't sign for us either. Job. Deloitte, Job. That doesn't look bad. What are we gonna do with you? As a Metzala? Nah. And he's okay-ish, but those physicals don't say Metzala. So that's not gonna be it. In midfield, currently we have a ball-winning midfielder. He's not good at that either. He could go for a Register here. His balance is 3. The rest is fine though. He's got corners on free kicks. Balanced personality is okay. He's already 22. I don't know. What are his contract demands? Emergency backup? Well, sure, sir. And we'll sign him at the end of the contract, so that's a bit to go. Yeah. Of course. That's rather funny. Do we get him for 9? Maybe for 2 years, because that's not much. We are so close, I agree. We are very close. Nearly there. Yeah, he probably wants the 15 euros. I'll give him those. But keep that one in and this one. And maybe an injury release clause because I can. Well, let's get rid of this. Maybe I signed someone who's a waste of time, but Abdullah Job. The name Job seems to ring a bell, but I don't know. Is it the first name of the brother of Bellingham? It's just a coincidence, right? Yeah, there's a Job Bellingham. That's it. We had a talk about him some time ago, I think. His contract expires. Yeah, finally. He's not been developing, and well, there's nobody interested in a loan, so yeah, get rid of him. Could actually set him for release, but well, doesn't matter. Press conference, sure. Well, we should beat these. Do you want to say anything about the pressure blah 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 is under at FC Stockholm? Chiara Livani. Not really? Mine. It's a league opponent, so surely I would be happy if they would keep him around a bit longer. But they'll probably fire him anyway. I'm unsure ahead of Clash. Okay, unsure. This is really annoying. These promises are, I don't know, not a good idea. By the way, did I mention that finance-wise we're not looking too bad? It's actually, it's getting a bit better. I'm not saying it's improving really hard, but yeah, it's something. Okay. You trained well too. Great. Let's warn you for the performance in the last match. Yeah, perfect morale though. What's going on here? Victor Svensson, what about your morale? Wonderful training. Yes. Conduct has been fine too. Form-wise, 6.7. No killer balls at all. So we're gonna criticize that. It's his job after all. And considering recent form, yeah, that's bad form. So now that we've noticed that he didn't do well. Maybe get Eggman back in the squad. That's what we wanted to see initially, and well, he didn't train that well, but maybe match experience will resolve that. What about the rest of the squad? Flag guard didn't train well either. Did Wickberg? No. Nagoma still here. Well, that's okay. On the other hand, flag guard scored last game. If I'm not mistaken, yes, he scored a goal. And his heading is fine. His performances have been okay. He's actually been improving so far. So let's keep him in the squad despite his training performances. He's our best central defender after all. And Shabanach here certainly trained well. Very motivated, everybody. That's great. What's with him? Yeah, okay, that's decent training, probably. And for good measure, let's congratulate him on his contact. And we got perfect morale here too. Who's left? Farah. Farah isn't playing well, but at least his consistently average. Stolt, on the other hand, not a good idea. 6.1 the last game. Okay, he didn't play last game, but yeah. So we'll keep those. For sell, we'll keep 2 probably. Whilst he didn't have the best of games last time, I certainly think he made an impact. He was quite aggressive in midfield, and I like to see that. It worked out well. And for the rest of them, I think we'll keep them as they are. Yes, they are on a heavy match load, but on the other hand, they had a week to get some rest. They've not been training very hard, and we can keep all of those. Dobrev I don't want in the squad, especially not with that form. Lind still has to learn his position. We might give him some practice later on. Svensson we just removed from the squad. Wickberg may be an option, but only if we don't want to keep Asarson around. Asarson hasn't been training well. Wickberg on the other hand hasn't been training well either, so he can rot. Offside. Won't be around the pitch today. These guys are also training well, as usual. Well, it looks like this one has great personality, but not potential. That's a problem. Him, on the other hand, great personality, and it looks like potential's there. Well, he doesn't have ability, so any potential will show. And he accepts his warning. Cool. Is there anyone else who had a really bad game last time? I didn't notice the problem with Kulovic. 6.7, 6.6. These are all okay. Westberg didn't play. 6.5, Ngoma. Is it enough to warn him about it? No. Stolt 6.1, but that was not last game. I had a look. Orberg. Was this last game? Nope. 7 and a 6.5, and we just warned him about it, so that's fine. Determination certainly increased. He might go for Resolute in the near future. It's a bit a way to go. I think Resolute is about 14 determination or something. Not sure. in combination with a certain professionalism. Okay, well, we still made a loss. After 2 really great wins, we still made a loss of 2.6. Yeah. Let's just hope that the fan base gets bigger. Maybe of our 500 sold village in the future, it's not only 33 season tickets, but 40 or something like that. That would actually help, I think. But more importantly, I simply like to see more people in the stadium. We got a capacity of 2.5, okay, and there's nobody in there. There's no club competition here, as far as I see. I'm not even sure if there's a club competition in the first league or the second league, or a Premier League and I don't know, First Division Elite or something like that, whatever they call it here. The board thinks I'm untouchable. So why is that? That's not what I'm looking for. But we can try to improve training facilities once more. Not that it matters, it won't happen. Networking, I really would love some additional cash. Okay. I'm not gonna go through that again. And from a supporter's perspective, they are pleased with the job we're doing, but why are they only pleased? Oh yeah, no English players in the squad, that's right. Well, that's certainly improved, but not the away attendance. Possession football might get better. Defensively solid, yeah, we are. It's just the fear of relegation and that I still carry around with me. That keeps me from playing more aggressive football. And well, signing English players is kind of hard if you don't know about English players. I mean, is it still the same way as last time? Probably. Come on. Nationality. No, you can't type here. English. I don't know anyone with that nationality. Nation of birth. England. He's born in England? Oh. English nationality as a second personality. I think we already know that guy. We had a look at him and decided against him, if I'm not mistaken. Balanced personality 31. Okay. So, no, we're not gonna do that. Already had this done. We're going against a 4-4-2. So, well, we're not going specifically for the underlap here, but in case we need to go in more aggressively with the other formation, then we would go for the underlap. Let's have a look at the position instructions here. The keeper is really good, form-wise. That's bad. They are also happy, but not as happy as ours. This doesn't look too threatening. He does though. Yeah, this guy's dangerous. And I'm not sure if it's a good idea to man mark him. Maybe, because we've got Flaggard and Hagedal, which are both really strong, and well, they should be able to, or not strong specifically. They should be able to outmuscle him from time to time, but more importantly to outjump him. So that could be a thing. His off-the-ball movement is great though. Who are you? It's also an inverted winger, so let's show him on the weak side. Let's keep him out of the box. This guy. Not good passing, not good vision. In all honesty, I'm not sure why he's on the pitch. Knocks ball past opponent. He's a bit better, but not good either. And he's got great passing. So we can mark him tightly. Dribbling and first touch are good enough, so I don't want to tackle him hard. Close him down. Sure. Same with this one. So I'll close down the wingers under any circumstance. And also, well, foot-wise, he's a right-footed guy. I don't want to show him inward with that passing. I'd rather prefer to have him on the flank with his 12 crossing, which is dangerous too. We might go for the hard tackling after all. These two here, given that their technical skills aren't that great, and composure is 7, composure is 8, maybe they don't like to deal with a ball-winning midfielder who is chasing them all game. So let's hope for Sailor's able to do that. Oliver's one is dangerous. Not dangerous, troubled. Well, I don't think this guy is dangerous. Well, Oliver, you can certainly try. Pick up where you left at the 5.2. Alright. Oh, it's raining. Is it though? There's general match information. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's raining or snowing or something. Come on. More. This one passes it back to Farah. Well, back to Flaggard. With the long ball for Al Holmström. The defender was out of position there, and that's the first shot of the game. 9 minutes into the game. Wahedi dribbling here. Olson isn't being closed down. Larsson. He was closed down. That pass wasn't good enough, luckily for us. But we can see the corner. Well, Hagedal clears that one. And Talanda, at least for some time, had control of the ball. What's that? Nothing. But they look like they gained control of the game. Oh, that's a wonderful cross with a half volley. Well, that was a poor pass. Can Talanda do something on the counter? Come on. No, he can't. Shabanac for Ekman, who plays a wonderful pass in for Al Holmström. And that's how 15 passing look on the pitch. Fantastic. So, it's exactly as planned. He works well as a register. So now we're up 1 goal. It's looking great. Hagedal did that tackle, which was fine. There's a free kick against us. And Hagedal heads it clear again. De left alone out there. But Forsell is willing to go in for the tackle. And that lob ends up with the keeper. Wonderful long ball, but ends up with the defender. That was a good pass. It's a very tight angle. But they got a shot. Here's a corner. Oh, he's all on his own. Ooh. Finally they cleared it. The ball was bouncing around in the penalty area there. Ready to be put away. So we certainly got lucky with that. Flakard with the long ball for Skilurmo. Can he put a cross in? No, but there's one and we get a corner. Was a solid corner by Shabanac. Only Hagedal didn't go off. Don't concede a penalty, please. Okay. What's he gonna do? Wow, that's a great pass. Well, we didn't concede a penalty, we conceded a goal. They really outplayed us there. We'll have a replay now, and we will probably see. Yeah, so we pressed them, but nobody was going in for the tackle. In three stations. Sorry. Ekman with the long ball. That's a good pass for Tillander. Again, his passing skill certainly shows. He cuts in and takes the shot. Now, if only Tillander had, in addition to his 10 points of finishing, had good long shots. But I don't think he does. Well, it's a 7. There's some potential there, but I wouldn't want to get my hopes up. Oh, Ytterhogdals missed that one. Luckily for us, he took the shot in that situation. And we managed to close him down rather quickly. But it's not looking that great. They create chances over the flanks, as it seems. Yeah. Who are they created by? Probably by the wingers, but we already closed those down. So what can we do? Let's go with that. Might draw a card or two, but well, half of the game is done. It's a nice lob by Forsell. Does that count? I can't believe it. No, it doesn't. It's an offside goal. Yeah, this is the offside, as suspected. But it was much closer than I thought. Okay. That's the way I see it, yeah. And you haven't been doing good enough. Neither have you. You. The rest of them. Okay-ish. It's a long ball for Arvidsson, but Fleckard's faster. And Skillermo manages to win that duel too. What's going on here? Ytterhogdals chasing the ball. With a long ball for Al Holmström. Who gets it to Ekman, and he's got, well, basically the technical capability to put it towards Tillander, who is unable to hit the goal, as it seems. Tillander again with a lob towards Al Holmström. Puts it back towards Tillander. Oh, should have gone for the finish. With 10 points of finishing, he should have gone for the finish. And that might be offside. Here it is. Ekman with a yellow card now. Well, that ball certainly went nowhere. Now the keeper's outside, but manages to get back in time. It's fine. Ooh, Ekman, be careful. And we concede a corner. So let's encourage them all. And probably Ekman shouldn't go in hard at this time. Headed out of the penalty area by Ytterhogdals. It might not be offside, and we concede another corner. Ball bouncing around in the penalty area again. The nerves. Ah. Ytterhogdals managed to intercept that one. Keeper comes to claim it, and he's got it. So, where can we make changes? Skudamo and Talander, most likely. Hugo Bergman can come on for Skudamo. He didn't have a good match. It was a bit unlucky. His goal maybe should have stood, so... Well, what happens, happens. Swan doesn't have a good match either. Neither does Talander. So, let's get Swan back off the pitch. And the others here. Talander will need to remain on the pitch for the time being. Yeah, score the winning goal. Why don't you? And by the way, he's still declared as a box-to-box midfielder here. Can you please remember that? I should do that outside, right? That's the problem. It doesn't remember that because I'm always doing it in-game. Yeah. Oh no. That was close. 1 against 2. What can you do? Give it back to Bergman? Well... That goes to Talander and then into nothing. We're lucky here. We're lucky to be to have a draw. Well, Bergman didn't think it was worth it. So Holmström is tired, as it seems. Let's get him off the pitch. And maybe Kovacic can score the winning goal. In his defense, he did do so. I think the first time we fielded him. Or a second? Not sure. Oh, that's not offside. Can he get the ball? No, he can't. And we conceded another corner. Hello, sir. I hope you had a good week. At the moment, for the current game, we're not doing too great, but in general, we're doing just fine. We won the last 2 games 5-1 and 5-2. So that was good, especially the last game. And on a personal note, Ytterhogdals is, well, had a bit of a technical glitch last stream this evening, so we might have a technical problem later on, once more. I'm trying Streamlabs for desktop instead of OBS due to the possibility to add allocs and stuff. So now we can, I don't know if this works. I'm not sure if you see this, but I'll just try it for once. stuff like this is now possible. Yeah, it is. But I really wanted to have the option to have some stuff like that, because if there's a follow, I might not see it, and an acoustic notice and well, a pop-up on the stream is probably fine. Sure, that dinosaur is basically the default icon, so I don't, well, I didn't get to do anything with that. Also, I'm a computer scientist, I'm not a designer, so it's unlikely that I will find something that's very interesting there. But I just wanted to have the possibility to add this stuff. Okay, 10 minutes into the game. I should talk less and focus on the game more. So, Auberg, well, he picked up a yellow card after coming on. Great. Asarsan can probably come on for sale. And Stolten and Goma. In all honesty, I don't think either of them needs to make an appearance, but let's just get Ytterhogdal off the pitch. Yeah, maybe not the right talk. Close him down. Oh, that was dangerous. Luckily, he wasn't able to hit the goal. So, just to be sure about it, can one of you please confirm that this kind of animation with the follow actually did pop up in stream? Because I don't watch it myself. It's I see the preview on Streamlabs desktop here. It's not about if it's pretty. Okay, fine, thanks. So I'm happy with that. Also, we got a follow account now down there somewhere. Here. It's a weird thing. Double? Yeah, it's to the top right corner. I can just do that again later on. Let's finish the game first. So I pressed the test button there, and it remembers if you press the test button earlier. There's I'll just do it again. So now there's 3 there. This one pops up, and this up here is a history, which display this up here. Sorry. I was hovering around with the mouse over the Streamlabs window, which you can't see. So yeah, this up here, this is some sort of history. Obviously, I can drag this stuff wherever I want. I just wanted to keep it simple, and I mean, I'm not too much into different Twitch streams for now. It's kind of funny the way it is, but the stuff I saw so far is it might be very colorful and distracting. So I'm trying to go for keep it at the side and not too distracting from the actual game. I want the focus to be on the gameplay. It's similar with the camera. I actually I considered making it even smaller. On the other hand, you wouldn't see my face at all, so that's a trade-off. Well, 1-1. Probably unlucky, yeah. But not that lucky either. Thing is with these plugins, they are marketed as being able to be used immediately, but I'm neither an affiliate nor a partner, So half of the features of those plugins don't work anyway, and the other half didn't work out of the box. So I had to go with some workaround, which isn't that great. That's why I was asking, basically. I'm sure I will figure it out in time. We'll see. So now we can is able to perform well. Oh, he turns out to be a natural now. Well, that's friggin' fantastic. Finally he's been able to learn that. That took him like 1.5 seasons, I think. Yeah. Maybe even 2. Now he just needs the attributes and we've got a real register. Sandviken's unbeaten home run reaches 30 games. Didn't they lose to us? But that must have been at our pitch. And we're at 26 points now. 9 points to go until relegation is a problem of the past. Well, that stuff again. Yeah, he had. Well, that certainly should reduce his training load. So, problem is we can't really train him on anything here. I mean, we could go for agility and balance. He needs the vision, but I don't want to set up training for technique and passing along the way. That's impossible. Off the ball training comes with decisions and anticipation, so... Wow. So the German guy you're referring to, probably to that player of Bayern Munich, right? Yeah, if it's a straight red. Okay. Does he have a name, by the way? Is he a new gen or somebody one could know? New gen. All right. Okay. Well, 2-footed challenge. In England, they call that I don't know, first 5 minutes of the game. I should probably include a plugin that Weisenberger. Yeah. Sure. The double S probably doesn't exist on your keyboard, right? We call that a sharp S in Germany, for whatever reason. And to be honest, I'd be glad if we could got rid of it. It's a relic of the past of German language. In a way, just like capital letters, it's not like they mean anything. It's, well, we have those two. Language is a weird thing. There's a thing about English language too. I think Well, I'm not a linguist, so this might be hard to explain. What's an adjective in English? Great. An adjective. Wow. Okay, so I think in English, adjectives have there is an order depending on what it describes. So it's if the adjective is time related, it comes prior to. If it's, I don't know, description related, prior to, I don't know, some other kind of property. And this kind of stuff is something that children in England, or maybe even in the States, learn by heart. But that's actually not something that is taught in school, or especially not in English classes in other countries. So you will always be able to identify the foreign speaker simply because he doesn't know what the correct order for all those adjectives is. And I'm not sure if I was able to explain that in proper terms, but it's rather confusing for a non-native speaker, and borderline impossible to comprehend later on. Languages have these weird things. Or in French, for example, there is the formal definition of a negation is I don't know, je ne sais pas. So I do not. Well, I don't know, but the ne pas part is yeah, probably. So in French, the ne pas part it frames whatever it is negating, and in like French language classes, you get that hammered into your head. It has to be this way. And then you enter France and you talk to somebody in Paris and they're like, je sais pas. Just dropping the ne because they're too lazy. So for like 10 years you get hammered into your head, the ne is very important, and then you enter France and nobody uses it. It's just the way it is with language. Okay, we should probably do something about training here. It's certainly topics that are not related to Football Manager, that's for sure. Did I mention that I found the brother of Rugotta? If you know that guy? Marin Rugotta was recommended to us as a potential loan target. He's also a striker, just like Branimir Rugotta. And if you don't know him, you don't know any of them, well, would you by any chance know Borussia Mönchengladbach? It's a German football club. A big one, actually. So, long story short, okay, natürlich. That's nice, thanks. Well, Branimir Rugotta played for Borussia Mönchengladbach with some mediocre success during the area when Favre was manager in Gladbach. And Favre is often quoted for after the press went through all his strikers. Is often quoted to have said, but don't forget Rugotta. Because he always thought that Branimir Rugotta was a really good striker. He's 31 now. Well, no, in my game he's 31, so in real life he would be 29, 30, something like that. He's playing for Greuther Fürth. And Greuther Fürth, Fürth is the well, Twin City of Nuremberg. That's where I live right now. So, yeah. I should probably know that guy. He's a good striker. He really is. He's playing second league now, but he's a good striker. And, I don't know. Somebody you always might think would have the potential to play for a bigger club, but sometimes it's also about luck and not so much about skill. Have you been at the right place at the right time? And I certainly feel that way in his case. Obviously, I don't know the guy. It's just for, I don't know, his performances and stuff. So I didn't change the training. I talk too much. Yeah, I wanted to have a look at squad's strengths and weaknesses. Because maybe we've got a overall weakness. Well, training facilities won't be improved. What a surprise. In earlier versions of Football Manager, there was a squad comparison. There it is. This is what I was looking for. We got the worst average. FC Stockholm has an average transfer value of 3.9 million. They're sitting in this league. At what place? I want to see this. They're sitting in 15th place. Are we serious right now? Who's worth that much here? Nobody. Is this a B team? It's not a B team. I don't get it. Okay. Anyway. We were going for squad. No, squad planner. There it is. Comparison. So is there something that everyone is bad at? Heading to some degree. Midfield, they have low stamina, low teamwork, bad long shots in general. Attacking, I don't care about these two here. Pace and acceleration are bad. Mental wise, it could be improved by a lot too. Aggression, anticipation, bravery, composure. Well, that's basically all mentals, right? Especially the teamwork is concerning. The work rate too. Technical. Much better. Yeah, so I mean, natural fitness is alright, but the squad is bad at everything. If I look at that. And defense-wise... I shouldn't have opened that screen. We'll probably stick to overall for now. And maybe a match practice session. But not here. Here we'll probably... Well, let's go for teamwork. So if we go match practice here... it's a free... Why are these 3 weeks here? Why is there no fixture here? What's going on there? There's a pause of 3 weeks. Seriously? What kind of league is this? Okay, fine. Well, in that case, we need to win that last game. We can go for intensive training afterwards. Need to keep match practice up. Maybe need a few friendlies here. I certainly had no idea. Yeah, summer break. Yeah, sure. I'm not aware of what that means in Sweden. It's probably the only time in a year that the grass is allowed to grow. So, I don't know. But okay. We need those. That's a bit hard on him. Outfield would be fine, but the keeper wouldn't feel that happy. On the other hand, we got a good keeper. He doesn't need to improve that much. So if we put it that way, go for overall here. I feel inclined to include some physical training, even though that's very taxing on them. Well, probably this. And here, that's not too hard on them. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. In Sweden, no water. I mean, maybe my comprehension of Swedish climate is completely wrong. May well be. Cool. So, first game after the summer break is going to be Sandvikens IF. At home. Well, for them at home. For us, an away game. They have been unbeaten for 30 or 31 games at home right now. If I'm not mistaken. That'll be fun. Anderson signs a new deal, that's cool. So, this one you might have missed. I was a bad boy. I'm sorry. It happens. Even to me. The prudent spender that I am, I'm overpaying this guy by a lot. You might still be able to get me to skip this deal. I'll show you. If you're interested, that is. Well, this is a 30-year-old who's a fairly professional, personality-wise, which is really, really rare for us. He might be able to play inverted winger and replace Telander from time to time. Remember, we got a youth player there who isn't, well, going anywhere so far. He's not performing well. And, well, he has balanced personality and doesn't grow in that regard. And on the other hand, we've got a problem back here. With one player that isn't performing too well, who might get better in the future. And another player with Stolt, who's just getting old, and well, he's 27, yeah, but he doesn't perform either. This guy, he might be able to replace both from time to time, from the bench, and he might be able to mentor the others. So I was willing to pay for him. It's a bit stupid, but. This is the lowest he would go. Maybe in 2 months I'll offer him another contract and just dump the wage as low as I can. But the hope is that his influence on the squad will be worth it. For a fringe player, that's certainly a lot of money. Yeah, I'll do that. Might be the moment a bad decision has been taken, but we'll go with it. Well, if they got worse, I think they do so at the end of their career. Cool. Now, first thing we need to set up is where is he most likely to come in? Probably, to me, in all seriousness, probably more the attacking side. If he comes in here, yeah, true. But there's lots of these tiny weird things in Football Manager. Well, what did I want to do? Well, setup training. I think he's more of an attacking player type, so we'll go for inverted winger here. That would be a bit weird for him, but he'll manage. And additional training. This might be unpopular, but let's try to improve his corners. Because we've got a real monster in terms of heading. Well, actually 3 or 2.5. They just need to improve their heading, and we've got a basically certain way to score goals. This one might be able to deliver those corners. Now, let's go for the youngling in the U19. This guy. Tell him to welcome the fairly professional old man, in the hope that it has an influence on him. He signed another deal too, and now we need to set up mentoring. So, who's a player that's in dire need of a fairly professional personality? Because he does not come with any traits, which is wonderful. I mean, that's basically asking, could go contract-wise too, or playing time-wise here. The star players won't accept anything from him. We basically need one of these here. Oberg has shoots from distance. I don't want to share that with him. Kulafich already has fairly professional personality. No need to. Westberg, well, he avoids using his weaker foot. So that leaves us with Ngoma. Possibly Farah. Yeah, Ngoma and Farah are the 2 younglings we give him for mentoring. So that's fairly professional too. Weird. Probably Dobrev too. Where's Ngoma? Oh, Nogama is part of the other mentoring group. Well, there's no effect from this group, so he might as well go into the other one. Where is he? Yeah. Also none. Why is that? Don't know. Whatever. Okay. Farah gains no influence here either. Is there no young one? This is good. Alright. So, I mean, that's a bit stupid. No, we're trying to dictates tempo. Nah. I don't want to share that trait all over them. How about Swan? That actually works. I'm impressed. Even though he's captain. Because he's a regular starter, yeah. He's a regular starter, he's not a star player. So he doesn't consider himself, reputation-wise, probably, above Frederick Alnes. So that's why it might work. Anyway, he's got an average influence on the group, but no effect from the group. But the other two should adapt his fairly professional personality, at least to some degree. So that's what we're going for. And now we just have to put him on the bench somewhere, probably as a replacement for Stolt. Great, he's also homegrown. Stream interface wise, I always try to I also try to include some sort of widget that displays the latest follower. Didn't manage to get it done. Can't be that hard, but no. Yeah, I believe that. So they are a dangerous opponent who will make the life very hard for us. Great. David Björnsson is still transfer listed. Can we maybe not? Yeah, cool. That's why I wanted to take that back, man. He's been out on loan for some time. I've already forgotten what all the fuss was all about. Well, okay, maybe I didn't. I can't do anything here. Looks like I can't modify transfer status. The other way around, once the player's out on loan. Well. Yeah, I still want Mbob. But he doesn't want to play for us. Absolutely no interest. Wait till we go up on your stable though. Okay. We had one thing to do, and this is this one. This one back into the squad. Training wise, is there someone that absolutely should play? Svensson is, it seems. Talander, Svensson, Shabanach, and Kulafich. Yeah, they're on the squad. I'm really annoyed by that morale by Fleckard. Talander can remain on the pitch. Skillermo, still expensive. Dobrev, nope. Stolt has been replaced for now. Have to wait and see how this guy does. Moreira da Silva, how have you been doing? 7.35. Shabanach has been doing much better, so we'll keep him. I'll drop Ngoma, keep this guy around, drop Asarson. It's a bit unfortunate. Where's Wickberg? Here he is. Go with Moreira da Silva. How has Asarson been doing? He hasn't been doing well anyway, so maybe we're overconfident. Well, are they on decline? Sorry, I just noticed your message. It might have been a while. Are they declining? Of course, they're trying to get a last good contract, right? With 34 or 35, they probably aren't worth it anymore. But you know, it depends. If one's a keeper and the other's a winger, The keeper might do it until 40. The winger, not so much. I don't know, just think of Frank Ribéry or, I don't know, maybe Arjen Robben. Am I being too inflexible? Yeah, but in these positions, central defender, I mean, it depends on your tactic. If you're like going for overload all the way, pushing up the defensive line all the way up to midfield and above, or beyond, then probably a central defender that is starting to become slow isn't a good idea. On the other hand, if you're trying to hold the league and, just park the bus straight in front of your own goal, positioning and experience are much more important, I guess. So in this case, central defender will be fine at that age, and even defensive midfielder might be fine at that age. Also, I mean, this might not be the case here, but defensively speaking, a defensive midfielder is, it's a position, not a role, right? Well, it's both in Football Manager. But we'll think of, is it Andrea Pirlo? Who played the Register until 41 at a really great level. Was it Pirlo? I tend to confuse players at some point. Yeah, now he's coach. True. He's in Turkey now. Well. I don't know. Maybe I confuse him with someone else. But yeah. Anyway, those players are able to put off some really good performances in that case, and you can see it in the roles actually. So I'm being asked here if I'm stubborn and inflexible. Probably. Sure, let them adapt to our style. An example that comes to mind is, it's a German example again, is Bayer Leverkusen. I think there was a time when they had experienced, not really old central defenders that had like 3 to 5 years to go, but they wanted to play some sort of really attacking football all of a sudden. It was mandatory by club DNA or something, and they got rid of every central defender that wasn't like below 25 for that reason. You haven't been doing well, and neither have you. Well, finally, he starts to train well. But why haven't you been progressing yet? That's nothing. Model citizen, 1 year of training. Nothing.